Um, so we serve, although we are in Stillwater, Oklahoma, we serve the entire world. So our alumni are spread all over in different parts of the world. And again, congratulations for the hard work that you've done. The parents or whoever paid your bill over the last 4 years they probably don't notice it, don't realize it, but they will notice an increase in their paycheck starting next month. Now the thing is, if your son went to some other college, the pay raise would have been higher, because some schools cost about $60,000 or more. And the good news here is that you get a great education for a lot less money. So yes, the increase in paycheck is going to be a little less than some of your friends who sent their kids to University of Pennsylvania, Wharton, or someplace else. But that's still good news. And so now let me invite first Dr. David Pratt. He's an undergraduate program director. And while he's walking up the stage, there are several people I have to thank for. I get to hold the mic and stand in front of you and speak our glory, but there's a lot of hardworking people behind this. So first I would like to recognize the staff. The staff is the one that has put together this event, but they also take care of handling student forms, helping them with job placement, sending out advertisements, grades, and lots of other things that gets done behind the background. And the person who is actually in charge of student affairs, staff, is Megan Hughes. She's also doubles up as our photographer. So Megan is right there, so wave your hand. Sarah is a relatively new addition to our department, but she's the face that you see when you walk in the door, always smiling. She directs you to the right offices, right faculty offices. And of course, Laura keeps the whole show running, Laura Brown. So we got just three staff members doing the work. I probably shouldn't be saying this too loud, but they do the work of maybe 5 people. So please give them a big hand for all the work. Next up, I want to recognize the hardworking faculty without whose involvement in your lives in the last 4 years or more, you would not have come to this stage. So I moved here about 3 years ago, and even before I came, I knew all of the faculty here to be just the top notch. You can go to many other places, get a degree, but with the faculty that we have, I don't believe you can get a degree like the one that you got here today. So let me ask the faculty to stand up, and I'll recognize one by one, starting with Dr. Bill Kolarik. He was a former head. Bill teaches quality control and engineering economy. Dr. Kamath, he's our graduate program director, but also is actively engaged in teaching facilities and information systems types of courses for our undergraduates. Dr. Kamath. And let me see, Dr. Nazmitz. Nazmitz has been here the longest with our department, several-year history. He teaches our senior design projects, along with engineering processes. Dr. David Pratt, of course, our undergraduate program director, teaches engineering economy and a few other courses, integrate the graduate level and undergraduate level. So the students actually see Dr. David Pratt spend a lot of time, at least half an hour each semester outside of their classes, getting advising. Then we have Dr. Arash Purhabib. He's our newest faculty, so he's one of the faculty helping us reach the number of 20 faculty by 2020. And Dr. Charlene Zhao, she's also new faculty that teaches statistics. Have I left out any of the, well, Ken Case is our emeritus faculty. He's also a National Academy of Engineering member, and there's only a few of those to go around, and we used to have 2 in our department, Dr. Ken Case and Joe Mize. Ken also started the engineering and technology management program, which actually does, and we have several graduates here from that program. Did I miss out any of the other faculty? I do not think so. Okay, so now let's go ahead and start with the undergraduate students. So we have a list of people who had confirmed, and I think most everybody is here. So let's start with Bryce Vanham. Jorge Espinosa. Moving on, Jeff Fitzsimmons. By the way, you'll see a picture of them and I guess some nice tidbit about them, where they are from and all that. Kevin Gasparino. I saw all of these guys at the commencement. They must have gotten related and must have had other plans. Ian Giese, I know Ian is here. Come on over. So if you come up on this side and left side podium and get your diploma from Dr. David Pratt. Congratulations. So you'll get your diploma, get a picture taken, and then get a gift bag from Laura down the steps. Carter Hanapi. Please come on over. So Brianna was featured in our last newsletter. Caleb Jet. I saw Caleb at the commencement. So we have, I believe, about 16 or so graduates at the bachelor's level. And one of our goals is to actually triple the number of, or nearly triple the number of bachelor's graduates. We used to graduate about 25 a year. That number is going up. Caitlin Krause. She also was featured in our newsletter most recently. Next up is Udong Liu. Well, Udong is not here, but he likes us so much, he's coming back for his master's. So he'll be starting beginning in January. Then Rohit Mishra, I don't think is here. Bailey Nett. Bailey, I saw her this morning, and she's got a party in her home this evening. I'll be there, but she's probably getting ready for it. Nader Shaker, I don't think is here. Ryan is not here. Corey West. Carly Williams. Okay. Well, let's give a big hand to all of our undergraduates.
Let me add my congratulations to the students for a job well done, for parents for helping support them along their journey. As I tell my students on the last class, make sure you thank some of those that are around you and helped you on this journey, because nobody makes this alone. I wish you all the best. Please do stay in touch with us. We do enjoy getting those emails from you to tell us about your careers and tell us about your life developments when you get married, when you have children, and all those sorts of things. We do enjoy hearing from you, so please do stay in touch with us. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up is our master's graduate. So I'll ask Dr. Kamath to come up to the stage. So Manjunath Kamath is our graduate program director, and he has the pleasure of actually going through hundreds of applicants before the students come in, reviewing them, and then admitting, I don't know, maybe about 130 or so each year, and then maybe not be that high, maybe about 100. And then I think we end up getting about 50 to 60 students. So our master students is actually a pretty large group. In a typical year, we graduate about 40 to 45. I know next year it's going to be a little bit higher. So let me invite Sai Ganesh Gopalakrishnan. See, all of these names I can pronounce exactly the way they're supposed to be pronounced. Congratulations. It's actually a real pleasure to see a lot of our master students come into different environment, different country, and hit the ground running. And in a short period of 1.5 years, they're able to find jobs, good jobs, and fly the OSU flag. And actually, a diverse group of companies. In fact, our students go to work for companies such as oil and gas, of course, automotive, Disneyland. Some people have interviews in AutoZone. Lots of different companies. It just doesn't have to be manufacturing. There be lots of different types of service industries like FedEx and so on. Okay, next one is Naveen Kumaresan. Not here. Devraja Radhakrishnan. So Devraja also likes us so much that he's going to continue in our PhD program starting in January. Congratulations. Next up is Komal Revankar. I don't think we have Sri here. Okay, is Sri here? Okay. Oh, I see what's happening here. The name has spilled over to two months. Okay. Sri Ram Satyanarayan. Okay, let's give him a big hand. He's not here. I know Dinesh Somalaraju is here, so please come on up to receive your master's degree. That's a list of master students that we have, and I'm going to ask Dr. Kamath to say a few words about graduates.
Well, I want to congratulate all the graduates, the BS, MS, MS and ETM, and PhD graduates. This is a message especially for the BS graduates. Well, learning doesn't end today. You'll be learning throughout your life. And if you feel the need for a master's degree, which I'm sure you will feel as you go to work, please think about us. We have a very strong MS program, and we also have a distance version of that. And there are previous graduates who are returning and joining our distance MS program, which allows you to hold your full-time job and at the same time get a master's degree. So please consider that, and if you have any interest, please come and talk to me about it. Congratulations to all of you.
Thank you. I'm going to invite two people for the ETM Masters. The first person is Dr. Ken Case, He's an emeritus faculty, and he's actually the person who founded this ETM program, and I'm going to say about 25 years ago, perhaps 16 years ago. Okay, 1998. And Dr. Ken Case lives in town, and he's very actively involved with the department, although he's retired, and doesn't get a paycheck from us. He helps us out a lot. We're very grateful to him for having started this program. Certainly helps. We graduate about 50 students a year in the master's program in ETM, and there are about 150 students, so they take about 3 years roughly to graduate, because they're all working full-time, they have families, they have kids, all of the things that come with it, right? But they graduate in about 3 years' time with a diploma. Many of them never even set foot on campus, right? Either when they apply or when they receive their degree. So we have, I think, at least about 20 graduates, but we only have 2 today. First one is Travis Graber. So while I'm inviting Travis Graber, let me also talk a little bit about Brenda Johnson. Brenda is the person that the ETM graduates talk to on a weekly basis. She's the one who's involved with their admission, with their advising, with their one-stop shop, as we call it. If they need anything from OSU, if the students need anything from OSU, all they have to do is just call Brenda and she gets it done. So thank you, Brenda, for all that you do for ETM program. Then we have Jared Rogers. So both of, I teach the senior design, or not the senior design, but the capstone design class for this program, and I've talked to each of these, all the 20 students via conference calls, but it's nice to see them come here and receive a degree. So again, a big round for all the 20-odd graduates in the ETM program. And I'm going to ask Dr. Case to say a few words and Brenda to say a few words about the program.
Thank you. Well, first, congratulations to everyone graduating today, and in particular, it's so nice to see our ETM graduates. It was such a, I look back at a 40-year career, and the ETM program is the thing that really stands out in my mind. So I think our ETM graduates would agree that it's a rigorous program, and that's exactly what we wanted. Very useful program as well.
Thank you. I just want to repeat what Sundar said to remind everybody that the program that we're talking about here, Engineering and Technology Management, is completely 100% distance learning. So, we do have a pretty big number of graduates this semester, but only 2 of them can be here, and that's because our folks are spread all over the world. This used to be primarily an Oklahoma degree with a few students out of state, but it has really flip-flopped lately, and we have a good number of students that are military folks stationed overseas and doing all their work on a part-time basis remotely. And like I said, I know my students by their email address and their phone voice, but I very rarely get to meet them, so I'm glad that Travis and Jared were able to be here today and bringing their families. And just to remind everybody that is quite an accomplishment. Work a full-time job, usually way over 40 hours. Raise a family, have a couple children on the way, raise goats, whatever else Jared does, and still accomplish the degree. So pat them on the back, tell them good job, and now you get them back for a few years until they decide to do some other crazy thing. Congratulations.
Okay, last but certainly not the least, our doctoral graduate. So this semester we had 2 graduates, Waranat Wongdama, and his parents were visiting from Thailand, and he had to drop them off at Oklahoma City Airport, so he's probably saying his goodbyes there to his parents and sister and all that. So he could be here, but he graduated as well, along with Julie Ma. So Julie, please come on over. So she has two advisors, Dr. Kamath and Dr. Balasundaram. Dr. Balasundaram couldn't be here. He got married a couple of weeks ago in Chennai, in southern India. And that's when the rain gods started to open up their doors and pour something like 20 inches of rain in one day. So the whole city, the airports were closed, so he was planning to be here a couple of days ago, but couldn't make it, so he sends his regrets to Julie, Ian, all of the other students that he knew that were graduating today. So with that, our formal program comes to an end. Again, stay in touch with us. We send our newsletters out to all of our alumni. We've got a database of about 1,200 or so alumni. Now you're all considered OSU alum, so you'll be added to that list, but please stay in touch with us. We won't ask you for the $20 million just yet. We'll wait for about 20 years or something, and then hopefully you'll be in a position to give us. But please come back. When you come back for games and such, visit us. We will have tailgates and things like that. So we'd love to have, to visit with our students after they've graduated. And like Dr. Pratt said, know what's going on in your lives. Upward moves, career moves, increase in family, that sort of thing, getting married and all that. Okay, so with that, please enjoy the chocolate fountain that is still running, but also we'll have time for pictures outside. And if you give Megan your email address, she'll be happy to email it to you afterwards. Thank you and congratulations everyone.